16,000 youths to graduate from Presidential Youth Skilling Program. This and more in the NILE CAST News Bulletin. It's the 30th of September 2023 and you're most welcome to the NILE Cast on West Nile Television. Now let us dive into some of the stories of the evening. ATC Uganda, one of the telecommunications infrastructure providers in the country, has constructed a classroom block at Orangini Primary School, Katrini Sub-County, Terego District, to cater for the overwhelming population of learners at the primary school. The classroom block is expected to accommodate Primary 6 and Primary 7 learners who have been learning under taplings provided for by the non-governmental organizations to rescue the huge number of learners limited by classrooms. Frederick Jamadri has more.
Communities in Katrini Sub-County now have a reason to smile after ATC Uganda, one of the telecommunication infrastructure service providers in the country, has constructed a classroom block to cater for the overwhelming population in St. Paul II Origin Primary School. The classroom block that is expected to accommodate Primary 6 and 7 classes who have been learning under taplings provided by non-governmental organizations to rescue the huge number of learners limited by classrooms. Dorothy Samantha, the Chief Executive Officer, ATC Uganda, reveals that this offer comes as the community provided support towards the activities, including giving them land for the establishment of telecommunication, maths, security, among others. She further stretches that they are going to refurbish the old dilapidated structures that exist within the school.
Before we came to this place, we noticed that some of the infrastructure needed refurbishment, and some of the pupils, actually a lot of them, were studying in about 5 tents across the school. Because this community has for a long time supported us in the work that we're doing providing mobile telecommunication infrastructure, they provided us the land, they provided the security, they've ensured that our towers across Arua, across Terego, are not vandalized. We've partnered with them today to provide a classroom block. This classroom block is a testament to the work that ATC Uganda does across Uganda. We've spent over 300 million shillings constructing this classroom block. We've put in place two classes that will support Primary 6 and Primary 7. We've provided the infrastructure for the head teacher and a couple of teachers to have a comfortable space to be able to do their work. We'll support them to refurbish what they have in place to ensure that the 1,800 people that study here can do it in a conducive environment.
According to the head teacher of St. Paul II Origin Primary School, Andres David Jones, this comes as a good gesture displayed by ATC Uganda as one of the development partners, stressing that the school has faced a lot of difficulties in handling the whole situation despite the availability of tents.
It was a tough, I told you, in the table it's very hot, very hot. And then sometimes sitting itself, because there are no classrooms there, we are using just some BBs, portable BBs, which were not so nice for the learners, like teaching nursery. You see, we needed now a very good classroom so that learners are comfortably seated, so that they attend to the teachers very well. Only using 10 classrooms so far, but these 10 classrooms cannot accommodate the number of 1,808, and that's why we still use them. Because if you now congest them in one classroom, it will make it very difficult for teachers to move around when they are marking their work. And then that's why even for the teachers who have been accommodated there, these teachers were from other schools. Formerly, the teachers who used to be here were commuting from their homes. But when these transfers of this year were done, it forced us now to at least house some 3 teachers in the old classrooms.
Wilfred Saka, the district chairperson of Terego, encouraged partners in the district to venture in the key areas of social services that are now in sorrow state across the district.
We are a refugee hosting district. First of all, we are created in the middle of COVID, which is synonymous with the budget cuts, and it is what is really affecting us in terms of system establishment and strengthening. You have come at the right time to pull our hands where we are a little bit defeated. We have 73 government grant-aided primary schools in the district. If you go through all of them, especially the old ones like the origin type, all classrooms are rotten. They are rotten. Now this one here, I don't know.
Whereas Joel Leku, the Member of Parliament for Terego West constituency, notes that the number of dropout of learners is high due to non-accommodative environment in the schools, ranging from infrastructure, learning aids, among others, that need concerted efforts.
The schools in Terego, the number of pupils is all above 1,000, from 1,500 above. When you go down to Terego East, the numbers are more than 3,000. You will find there pupils studying under trees. You find overcrowded classrooms of about 600 pupils per a classroom instead of 55 pupils. So what does this say in terms of quality of learning that we offer to the pupils? That means there are pupils who will never understand, they will never listen to anything at all being taught by the teacher, because they are outside, they're in school but outside the class. So they don't get what is actually happening in the class. So at the end, the quality of teaching is wanting.
However, the woman Member of Parliament, Rose Obiga, encouraged community members and other stakeholders to protect the institutions by planting trees for both food and acting as windbreak stoppers.
We need to plant trees. We have a problem with our environment now. So part of this building, I am giving you, a teacher, 10,000 seedlings to protect this school. I will put fuel in the lorry and also bring it here. But tell me when you are ready. You first dig the holes, my team comes, inspects and give you.
Started in 1946 by the Catholic community of Oriagini, St. Paul II Oriagini Primary School has 2 blocks of 10 classrooms. 3 of them are currently accommodating the teachers as their homes, leaving a huge portion of the 1,808 learners studying under the tents. Frederick Tamadri, West Nile TV, NILE CAST.
And more in our stories, the Youth Livelihood Program, which is a Government of Uganda finance program designed as one of the interventions in response to high unemployment rate and poverty among the youths, has made some youths in Maracha district run to exile. Osuta Yusuf has more. The Youth Livelihood Program, which is a Government of Uganda finance program that was launched on the 24th of January 2014 and designed as one of the interventions of the government in response to the high unemployment rate and poverty among the youth in the country, has made some youths in Maracha district run to exile. The Maracha district LC5 chairperson Honorable Obitre Stefan, while addressing Maracha district State of Affairs Address report in the first ordinary council sitting of the 3rd session of the 3rd council on Friday the 29th of September 2023, decried the behavior of the youths who have fled to exile after borrowing the Youth Livelihood Program funds. He appealed to the youths to come back to the district so that these issues can be resolved.
Community-based services, another area which is limping. Under community-based services, a number of projects were undertaken. Under Youth Livelihood Program, a total of 20 projects were generated from Tara, Yivu, Kijomoro, Nyadriolo, Wazira, Leba, the former sub-counties, having total of 171 million. The major challenge was that not all groups received project funds. Repayments were not done by youth groups as expected. Actually, repayment issue is biting so hard. The other day when we were having a review, it was said many of these youths have left their places. They have gone to exile because of this money. And in that meeting, we requested that the youth structures should be able to encourage these youths to come back. Instead of them running away, let them come back. We sit round table, we see how they can be empowered to pay back this money. People who get loans from banks, if you get stuck, banks can call you, you sit around table, you talk, they recapitalize that business to be able to make you move on. Running away is not the solution. Let's encourage our youth to come back, and we see if we can close our eyes and make them benefit from PDM to be able to pay both youth livelihood and PDM itself, as PDM is given longer grace periods. So instead of just languishing there in exile, come back, call them, let them come back, and we see how we can work together.
Maja District Female Youth Councillor Honorable Sarah Amanzi blamed the government policy that was in place at the time, which grouped the youths from 15 to 30, which she said became very difficult to be manageable.
At the initiation of this project of the YLP, previously there was a challenge of grouping. The government had put in place that groups come from 15 to 30, which became so hard for the leaders to recover this money back. If you take from the year 2014 to 17, that is the exact group that has run away with the money. And why they have run away is because the government had designed it in a way that the group has to be from 15 to 30, which means this is a very big group to manage. But when you come right now, from 2018 till now, the groups are formed in numbers of 5 to 10, which is a bit manageable. But we are still scared because, government has money, and all this money is given in the communities, and all this money has been taken by the youth. We are not taking the YLP program for granted because a lot of money has been invested in it, and we are very traumatized about the fact that the youth are not returning this money. The status quo of now is that this money has been joined together with the OWEB because of PDM. So the YLP project and the OWEB project have been joined together, and it has become a revolving fund where youth are expected to bring, and the same money will be revolved to those groups who haven't received. Now we have a challenge. There were those first groups that have run away with the money. Okay, the Youth Council sat in a meeting, in their recent Youth Council meeting, they have come up with strategies to ensure that all this money that have been taken by the youth groups needs to be recovered.
The Youth Livelihood Program development objective is to empower the target youth to harness their socio-economic potential and increase self-employment opportunities and income levels. Osuta Yusuf, Okumuringa Christine, for West Nile Television, NILE CAST. And more in our stories. Bright Horizon Nursery and Primary School on the 29th of September 2023 commemorated 25 years of existence Silver Jubilee celebrations at the school in Arua City. As part of the celebrations, the school launched a shillings 1.5 billion construction of a modern classroom block project so as to improve on the infrastructure at the school. The project, which was officially launched, will be funded by all stakeholders involved in the school through various supports towards the venture. Farish Majid has more.
In a way to commemorate 25 years of existence, Bright Horizon Nursery and Primary School in Arua City launched the construction of a modern classroom block project so as to improve on accommodation of learners at the school. The project, worth 1.5 billion shillings, will be funded with support from different stakeholders, among whom include the parents, all students, the different leaders, well-wishers, among others. Soliciting of funds to actualize the dream of this modern classroom block already kicked off yesterday with the fundraising drive at the Silver Jubilee celebrations at the school yesterday. Adrico David, the head teacher of the school, stated that the school began with only 5 pupils and has witnessed a growth in population to over 500 over the years, leading to the challenge of insufficient classrooms, affecting the studies of the learners, hence the need for more structures.
We have insufficient classroom facilities, especially for primary section. We lack rooms. Our classes there are not really befitting as you compare the name of this school outside there with the facilities here, you cannot believe that this is the school concerning the structures we are living in. This affects our service delivery so much.
In addition to increase the enrollment at the school over the years as an achievement, Right Reverend Charles Collins Andako, the Bishop Madian West Nile Diocese, who was the main celebrant at the function, appealed to parents to continue producing so as to increase on the population of the learners at the school.
The number has increased. I also encourage parents to continue producing and send us more children here. Praise the Lord. Don't stop production. Praise the Lord. Send us children to this school because we only started with 5. Now the number has increased. We want to commend the school for that.
Similarly, Janda Joyce Drani, the proprietress of the school, lamented that the school started from a dream which has been actualized today due to her love for education.
It felt like that was still part of the long dream, as I could not find the beautiful school that was in my dream and the vision for years. However, now, as I wake up from the dream with you, all fear as weakness, and by God's grace, I believe that that dream will finally be actualized.
The groundbreaking of the project was conducted by Right Reverend Charles Collins Andako, the Bishop Madian West Nile Diocese, who also planted trees to remember the day. Farish Majid, reporting for West Nile TV, NILE CAST.
And more in our stories, a total of 16,797 youths will on the 6th of October 2023 graduate from the Presidential Initiative for Skilling the Girl and Boy Child project under the State House. According to Dr. Hilary Musoke, one of the directors running the project, the youth from the 9 skilling centers in Kampala district will be awarded certificates in different disciplines during a mega graduation ceremony to be presided over by the President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds. Dr. Musoke stated that the graduates will be awarded certificates from the Directorate of Industrial Training in carpentry, shoemaking, weaving, embroidery, plumbing, and construction. And more in our stories, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, has approved $1.3 billion loan to help Morocco improve on its preparedness against natural disasters 3 weeks after an earthquake killed nearly 3,000 people in their country. Some Moroccans criticize the government for its handling of the 8th September earthquake in the high Atlantis Mountains, calling the response low and disorganized. On Thursday, the IMF stated that the 18-month loan agreement will help Moroccans transition into a greener economy by tackling climate vulnerabilities, resilience against climate change, and seizing opportunities from decarbonization. Good evening again, viewer. You're most welcome to the NILE CAST Sports Edition, where I'll be filling in for Benson Oracle Benson Pastore. Let's have more of what's happening in the sports world. Football lovers in Zombo District will welcome Pamoja bid as Uganda, Kenya and Tanzania will co-host the 2027 AFCON tournament after winning the rights to stage the 36th edition of the biggest showpiece in African football. Alfred Jawok has more of
Robert Jacon, the president by the Black Angel Sports Club based in Zombo District, says bringing AFCON in East Africa will strengthen the upcoming players as they will wash senior players. Jacon lauded the FUFA president Moses Magogo for championing the campaign to bring the tournament to East Africa.
For us as a football fraternity in Uganda, it is our pleasure, and more especially to our FUFA president, Magogo, for the great work he has been doing in Ugandan football. So bringing AFCON, for Uganda to host AFCON, it is the biggest achievement so far we have achieved under the reign of Magogo in Ugandan football. We are very happy as a sister clubs of FUFA, all the clubs, UPL clubs, big league clubs and the regional clubs, whatever category of leadership in football. It is our pleasure for Uganda to be hosting the AFCON after 51 years. So it is the biggest achievement so far in the football fraternity of Uganda, and we are very much privileged for this event, and it doesn't come out of nothing. You know, in football it goes with the politics. I'm very sure that during the reign of the current FIFA president, Magogo was among the top who embarked on supporting the candidature of the FIFA president. So this is how football pays. Football, when you support a winning team, obviously the winning teams also, you become part of the winning team. So I believe it has been done on merit due to that initiative of our FUFA president Magogo. We are very much pleased for that, and we are really eager waiting for the event.
Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV Sports.
And that, viewer, marks the end of the NILE Cast on West Nile Television. Thank you, viewers, for always being with us from the beginning of the NILE Cast to the end of the NILE Cast, only on West Nile Television. Please stay tuned to the rest of the subsequent programs that may follow. My name's Okumringa Christine. Have a good evening.